Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual, yet stimulating. Fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 321. I think the last time I streamed was about 21 days ago, too. So I guess it's a 21 thing. Peeps, big up on yourself. Hope all of the ones, Massive and crew, good enough. You understand? We had touch base tonight. You know, all the small reasons about some things, then I go to bed. You know, not to overdo it. I try to get myself back in the streaming vibe, streaming mode. You know, some people might have been wondering what is happening. Some people think I'm sick. Some people think, no, man, I've been okay, health-wise. But, you know, sometimes the streaming thing is just heavy and sometimes you just need to step back and decompress. I did that for April, but you know, sometimes I struggle mentally and sometimes you have to protect your own sanity and your emotions and them things. You see me I say? Because we are human beings still and it kind of hard to internalize and analyze and digest some of them stories some of the time. So we just, you know what I mean, build back more time and just, you see me, peeps, big up on yourself. Teach them busy account money, everything good. You know, I claim it. I claim it. Yeah, man, so peace, big up on yourself. We're there, all of the ones in the building, manners and respect. You see me? You know, I appreciate the continued support. I appreciate the people that link up and say, teach them what I go on. You understand? When I'm to the stream. Rosie, one of them, teach, you know, we miss the stream, what I deal with. Yeah, I understand? Empress, Jen, be impressive, all of them people there, them not left up the thing. You understand? Paul Elliott. Is this Paul Elliott, the musician Paul Elliott? Let me know whether or not. Big up yourself just the same. You see me? Yeah, peace. So, Jay, what I go on youth, man? What there? Regular Finna link and said, teach them, Mr. Williams, you know, I'm to his stream, but we're there. Alright, so we're done all of a long talk. You know, I'm quick, ask me something not come for Terry. You understand? I just come talk about a few things and take with myself. Hey Tess, good night. It's good to see you. 007, what go on youth, man? Hope all is well, you know. You understand? And these things. Curfew measures are, well, they have been relaxed somewhat, but there will be a significant relaxation of said rules come the 1st of July, I think, and many persons have greeted said announcement with jubilation and much fanfare. MS saying that she's having buffering issues. Father Elliott, big up yourself, brother. Heart of love. I know what you think. I know you've been a lookout. That's what they throw the fire say. It's going to take a look a while. You understand? But just go and hold the faith, man. I want to appreciate the support, you know, brother, in a real life. Yeah, man. And thing. Many people, especially those within the entertainment fraternity, are elated at the potential developments, the incoming changes, and such. I know that many people have been struggling mentally and emotionally, psychologically over the past year or so because of the whole restraints and restrictions being placed on their daily lives. And it has been difficult for our children and everybody. You understand? Many people are looking forward. And yes, we know that many countries around the world has relaxed their restrictions before now. And we're watching the European Championships, we're seeing in some places there are full stadiums. But we also have to take into consideration the fact that, you see, the thing is that when we talk about some things sometimes, we don't look at the wider spectrum and a very broad perspective. We kind of zero it in and narrow it into our context. Many countries around the world had outbreaks before Jamaica did. Many countries were having thousands of cases before Jamaica really and truly started experiencing any form of surge or outbreak. Yeah? And the truth is, a lot of countries were ahead of us as it relates to containment and recoveries. See? So when we see other countries opening up, you can't say, oh, the place they are open up and this a place they are open up. When we look at things, we have to look at things contextually, and we have to put things into perspective. See? So our outbreak was later than others, and other countries started to see recovery before us. Countries around the world started administering vaccine before we did. Many countries around the world have a more robust healthcare sector and more resources at their disposal. So it is not the same in every country. Now, having said that, the relaxation of the restrictions was always on the cards as the numbers have been declining steadily. I think for the past 24 hours there have been 24 confirmed cases and 3 to 6 deaths. I don't remember off the top of my head. You understand? So the numbers have been stable for a while. The vaccination drive has been going on. Availability of vaccines has been a problem, and some people are still waiting on their second dose. Some people are waiting for their first dose, as you know, the politics of dissemination of vaccines exists and things. So it is a whole thing. However, as a Jamaican, born, never left Jamaica, I understand how my Jamaican brothers and sisters operate. Zane, and we have a old saying in Jamaica, say, we give you an inch, you take a yard, or we give you a yard, you take a mile. Zane, Jamaicans, we don't do things in moderation. We tend to overdo most things, and I am afraid that when the restrictions are relaxed in the coming days, there will be a lot of people overdoing a lot of things. And rest assured that the numbers again will start to trend upwards as more and more people start to engage in the public space and events start to happen again and all of them something there. I am hoping that said surge will be moderate. However, I have my reservations about that, and also looking further ahead, this relaxation may potentially impact reopening of schools come September again if we don't deal with the situation as mature, well-thinking Jamaicans. And also, there is a new strain, a new variant that is believed to be more contagious than the previous strains. So then there is that, it's not ideal, no way, shape or form, whichever way you turn, Macago juke you. You understand what I say? But if we treat with the situation, keeping our, while going about our daily business, keeping our guards in check and don't get complacent, we should be able to get by. But I am afraid that especially the party hungry people, and I say from early so them people are gonna be responsible. I'm just saying. You understand? Jaja. Long and short of the story is that I hope that come August, September, the children will be able to go back in the physical space of school. I know the ravages that the virtual and distant learning has had on our children and our educators. It has been a very, very challenging time, and I am afraid that the children will not be able to treat with mentally another term, another school year locked up in front of computer screens. So we have a responsibility to our children to, even though there will be some relaxation, to ensure that we don't do things in a carefree, careless way to prevent them from going to school come September. Also, I have a little inclination, my instincts that tell me a next little thing. As far as I know, local government elections are due this year, or should be due this year. And I am wondering if somewhere in the back of the Prime Minister head, Zane, him a go try sneaking the local government election in another little time here. So the relaxation is just a preface to local government elections being announced. It would be unwise, it would be foolish, and it would be a step in the wrong direction. I know politicians can't help themselves as it relates to politics and the politics of politics, but whatever little voice I have and whatever little influence I have, I am using this medium to advise, to suggest, to give my humble suggestion that the local government elections, and I'm not going to tell nobody so say local government elections announced already, I never said that. I am saying somehow I would not be surprised if those are sneaking in the whole relaxation of the COVID measures. Yeah. But my instincts tell me that I will be having this discussion again in a little bit more upset tone in a few weeks from now. Because some strange, me get a little feeling there. So the election they are forward. I hope I am wrong. You understand? Because we saw what the nomination and election day festivities last year resulted in. So I don't know that we have not learned our lessons. And we want to make the same mistake again. The thing is though that the number of people who turn out for general election is far greater than those who turn out for local government election. However, it would be unwise to have a local government election them time here. You see me? And I keep harking back to the fact that based on the fact that there will be relaxation of the restriction, based on how us as Jamaicans operate, I fear for the reopening of the academic school year come September, and to add a local government election to that with all the logistics and people moving here, there and everywhere. Let's see. Fingers crossed. So my instincts are wrong on this one, but let's see. So that. Peeps, I know everybody are big people, Zane, but we have a responsibility not only to ourselves and our family, but to the country, to, even though we have been looking forward to exhale, this thing can go from 0 to 100 real quick, and we can go back to square one in no time, and then we'll have to relive the last year and a half and probably even longer, who knows. So we need to relax ourselves. You understand? Auntie. Alright. For all the party folks, fine. So they are relaxation. And I know that the promoters have been struggling and they need to make some money because they have table too when need food and they have family and kids. You understand? But we could try party responsibly now. You understand what I say? I know that it's easier said than done because I know when liquor busting on people had a problem. You see me? But remember, say, school have open back September. The youth them can't survive one next term in their house. You see me? Mental health has become an even greater concern in recent months compared to what it was before, and mental health has always been a serious issue in Jamaica, and with the whole COVID fallout, many people's mental state has deteriorated in some instances significantly. There has been increased attempts at suicide and suicides. So, Jaja. Hey Kerry, can't deal with another year with online classes at all. Well, I could say it gonna because, as I say, knowing my Jamaican brothers and sisters will overdo everything. You understand? We don't want to deal with moderations. And for some people, a dirt, you understand what I say? They're not really business. As long as they want to have fun, nothing else really matter to them. And as I said, the thing can go back a zero, a square one, ground zero in less than 3. You understand what I say? The numbers can skyrocket in less than 3. You see me I say? So, yeah man, so that's that. We also saw, I mean just a run through some of the stories them, big stories them that, you know, would have went down in my absence. Oh, I shouldn't do that in a while on there. Hold on. Fix what that there, so. Change over to this camera right as well. So why this not change over? Change. Okay, right. Somebody there was the Lionel Town Hayes situation where 3 males died in the aftermath of a crash that involved a Nissan AD wagon, 9 passengers aboard. The police were involved. All sorts of things. Hayes resident took to the streets in protest because they said that the police shut up the vehicle and you understand, people in the vehicle got shot and all sorts of things. Roads were blocked, tires were burned, trees were cut down, accusations were made. However, we have seen where Indicom have suggested that some of the claims that were made by residents are unfounded and there's no evidence to suggest same. Some residents are sticking to their initial stories. And yeah. So Indicom is investigating. Let me take the opportunity to express my deepest sympathies and my sincerest condolences to the families and, well, family and friends of the deceased. And I also trust that those who sustained injuries in the accident are recovering and will have a full and speedy recovery. And I also trust that as per the investigations, all will be revealed, and if the police are to be held accountable for anything, that will be the case, and justice will be served whichever way it will go. And teach them next before you leave again. It's a DPP interview. You know, I don't know, I couldn't say no because I've not initiated any contact with Madam DPP. But them things that can't mean less than 3 still, you know. So you cannot wait for your interview for years and things just fall in place. So I could say go, you understand? And thing. I'm gonna leave again, man. You see me I say? Watch it now. Stacy and Big Now said don't show face in the video. I'm not following Empress Stacy. So now, what else go on? What else go on I miss? Oh, so there's a situation with Miss McKay down in Roden Hall, Clarendon, I think is the name of the community. The pregnant mother who was found with her throat slashed. Reports are that her partner confessed to killing her. He was rescued from residents by the police. Residents wanted to dish out their own form of justice. The young man, I think his surname is Hales. I'm not remembering his name off the top of my head now. But reports are that he was found hanging in his cell in police custody. And that has, you know, caused many things to be said and many accusations to be made. I think when the news broke that he died, I was on the phone with Scotty. I said, Scotty, him die in a police custody, you what people are going to say. And so said so. Though. Many people have said that the youth them a kill himself, a police kill him, many people, a whole heap of look at it. You understand what I say? So, in the come are investigating again, the man's mother has said that her son didn't kill himself, and she even went as far as to say that he wasn't responsible for the death of female on screen. So, but the police report said that young man here confessed to the killing. So I don't know. So that was the next big story in my absence. And some more we're going to talk about. MP for one of them places down in Westmoreland, Central Westmoreland, George Wright, resigned from the Jamaica Labour Party, but he remains member of parliament because the legislation and the constitution has no directives within to treat with a sitting member of parliament who is found, you know what I mean, in breach of whatever. Mr. Wright remains bullish about remaining MP. And the truth is, we can look on the next thing. I remember there was a small protest by some people within the constituency, mostly females. You understand? I have not seen many people I have not seen many people in Central Westmoreland coming out and saying we don't want George Wright as our member of parliament. So it may be safe to assume that those in West Central, in Westmoreland Central who have been clamoring for Mr. Wright to resign may be doing so from a political standpoint. However, it would appear to me, and I could be wrong, that those who are responsible for electing him as member of parliament, may not necessarily be interested in him relinquishing that position. If that was the case, knowing how Jamaicans love protest, but then again, we're very selective about the things that we protest for anyways. But I have not heard a clamor for Mr. Wright to step aside from his constituents. Put it that way. So, there's that. The honorable thing for Mr. Wright to have done was to not only resign from the Jamaica Labour Party, but also recuse himself from duties as member of parliament. We know the situation with the case. We know what the ending was. The police basically had to put a halt to their investigation because neither Mr. Wright nor Ms. Tanisha Singh was willing to continue their cooperation with the police and things. So the police, based on the laws again of the country, the laws of the country again, were not able to pursue the matter any further because they had no evidence. The video footage was inconclusive at best. You understand? The quality was very poor. Apparently, the eyewitnesses were not interested in dealing with the police either. I say more distracting. So that is that. He has been, in the wars in parliament, not verbally, but he is now sitting on the backbenches on the opposition side of the parliament. The opposition has been raising Cain, said he's a stranger, they don't want any stranger sitting among them. So there's that. There is no provisions for, as far as parliament is set up, for independents to sit. I'm wondering, back in the days when we used to have independent MPs, which part of parliament they used to sit down? So why is there no designated area for independents to sit? So him can't sit down over the Jamaica Labour Party because he's no longer a member of the party, but he is in parliament because he's a member of parliament. However, the opposition has said, even though they have a space over there, because about 3 of them in a parliament, said him is a stranger, so I don't know. You understand? Auntie. So that is that. Him say him now give up him MP seat. And him even think about contesting the next general election. It is full time that Parliament gets serious about implementing laws that makes it possible for political representatives to be impeached when they are found wanting and have done things to violate the trust of the people and are found guilty of breaking any laws. You understand? A man can just do him feel like, and because him an MP, him ride out him tenure, there should be laws on the books to impeach a member of parliament, a politician, if an impeachable offense is committed. You understand what I say? So, there is that. But, you know, politicians are friends and thing. So, them really and truly do things for their benefit and in their interest. So, yeah. Good night, Empress Mac. Thanks so much for the contribution. Oh, people, before I forget, because I get told to, you know, Miss Millicent Thomas McDermott will be doing a medical procedure on Tuesday of this week. I spoke to her today. I trust that the procedure will be seamless, it will be successful, and recovery will be speedy. And I know Miss Millicent personally. She now come my yard and go back abroad if you understand. She knows to teach them. So we give thanks to the love and the continued support, and we know Mr. Matt did to take care of you, man. Mr. Matt, big up yourself, because I know you're listening, you know. Yeah, man, run one place in our house there. Yeah, man, big up. So yeah. Kerry Wagwan, long time I not see you. What you been up to? Like you're married and got my honeymoon and then sitting. What you deal with? So that's a judge right situation. What else go on I need for flesh out? So many things going on as a country, I have to remember everything, you know, but I could deal with some other things. Beach is sprout, beach is stout, beach is something like that, was remanded in custody. He was not granted bail because judge said, brother, you know, see if he put you out a door the like. Then after me never married you. Then me and the only man in the world carry, man. Look how much man they boy, man. You understand? He's a fine young lady. I am sure there are many suitors and pursuers, and then people they like. What you mean? Alright. So murdering witness won't kill case. Judge warns as Beecher is refused bail. This is a little bit old, but we have to talk about Beecher, because Beecher is a strange fellow. So Justice Vinette Graham Allen warned that the murder of a witness will not stop a criminal case from being tried. So the judge gave the caution in the Home Circuit Court as she refused the bail application for Portland businessman Everton Beach Stout McDonald. Hey, Myers Glam, how you doing? Which I wouldn't know. However, Justice Allen, before announcing her decision, highlighted that besides the allegations that the accused had paid men to murder both of his wives, his nephew, a Crown witness in whom he had reportedly confided about paying to kill his first wife, was also killed. There are authorities in this jurisdiction that deal with when a Crown witness dies, so killing a witness does not prevent a case from going on in Jamaica, she said. The 67-year-old accused is facing 2 counts of murder in relation to his first wife, Merlene, who was killed in May of 2009, and Tonya, his second wife, who was murdered last July. Oscar Barnes is charged along with McDonald in Tonya's murder. We know the rest of the story. What was it? In the first matter, a cold case, Merlene was shot in the head and chest outside her home in Bournebrook, Portland. And thing. What part of me I look for, me can't find it. Yes, no, Justice Allen in outlining the reasons for declining McDonald's application, pointed to the nature and seriousness of the offense and also that he had a propensity for violence. The judge said that McDonald had been charged in Portland for cutting off a man's fingers, but that matter had been settled. Me say the man must have thieved something from Beachy place and Beachy cut off his finger. I don't know. So me hear one night. Yeah, son. The justice also indicated that the accused did not have a good character, noting the seriousness of the allegations. He knows people who he hires to kill, said Justice Allen. So you have a dead witness, you have 2 dead wives, and the prosecution says the concern it has if the accused is admitted to bail is that he will interfere with the witnesses. Well, this court is satisfied that there are substantial grounds for believing that if the accused, Everton McDonald, is released on bail, he will fail to surrender to custody because he is now realizing what is facing him. McDonald, who appeared in court via Zoom, was remanded until September 23rd. And Barnes, whose address is still to be verified, has not yet been released on bail and will return to court. Well, he returned to court on the 20th. I don't know what's going on with that. I probably miss it. So Beachy still can't touch a beach. You understand what I say? Right now, big up Judge. Judge now play with people. You understand? So Beach is still a fight to fight. You understand? What me I look for? I can't find none of them something. And I want to go on with them something. Right, boom, so. Think of that one. James one, where are you with you? No Winifred Beach for Beach here. Or San. Or Dragon Bay. Or whatever is a beach the name. More beach out there? I don't remember them here, man, but at them beach there. So, we're going to talk about a few pastors tonight. Because I say, some of the pastors need to be tied out in pastures. Frenchman, I mean, I know some more beach out there, man. Hope Bay Beach. A baby over port. So every bay have one beach, like. You understand? Port Antonio Marina over there, so. You understand? None of them beach, you can't see him for them time. You understand? No French word come. That mean when I deal with you, Fairy Hill Beach, Bryson's Bay, Boston Bay, Long Bay, Innis Bay. Beach on Innis Bay though, a bay rock and sit around Innis Bay, you know. No beach around there. Alright. But him not see none of beach them. Right, you don't know a beach them. Thanks. You don't just know everything. So, one St. James Pastor, brother, Blue Lagoon, all of them places. Yeah, alright. Oh, thanks. The pastor them these days are some strange people there. You understand? And thing. Dolphin Cove Beach, Dolphin Cove there, Senton. You have one Dolphin Cove of Portland, I want them Billy. You understand? So I know. I want Dolphin, well, I know one, because one next one must have said DB. But I don't think it's no Dolphin Cove Beach here, Portland. I could be wrong still. I don't know what I beach them on there, but I know some of them. So one pastor brother accused of raping a 15-year-old girl. He was on the run for a while. Then he was arrested by the police. Then the pastor's wife was arrested because it was revealed that they might try to influence the little girl to change her statement. Plus, it was revealed that the child's mother knew about the incident and did not make any reports to the police. So the pastor, his wife, and the child's mother are all in police custody. You understand? Because them a cover up crap. So them story kind of old, but we kind of set this a pulpit for pastor them this evening. One next pastor, Portland pastor charged with rape. So that are 2 pastor back to back, you know. You understand? Detectives assigned to the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse SOCA charge a Portland pastor with rape. He is 23-year-old Jamal Harrison of Johnstown. Well, Johnstown Road in Port Antonio. 23-year-old pastor. When I was a boy, the pastor wasn't so young. Pastor was big people. You see me? Yes. Alright, but them pastor are very young. The police report that the complainant, who was 13, and Harrison met via social media and eventually became intimate. It is further alleged that them pastor on social media, pastor them now spend no time in them Bible, you know. Them mostly spend time on some site. We soon talk about some more site. These pastors get lost in our social media struggles, you know. You understand? Them I make them smartphone rule them. You know, see, watch it, make people go and talk. So they meet online like and became intimate. 13-year-old and brother, watch it. It is further alleged that on the 1st of December 2020, the complainant and their grandmother were taken to Sissoko when it was revealed that she was pregnant. You don't say. The child's grandmother was charged for failing to file a report. The police operation was conducted in the downtown Kingston area and Harrison was apprehended. He was charged after a question and answer interview in the presence of his attorney. He went to court on the 17th of June. I don't know what they do with him. I say them story, I should do that streaming from a long time ago in Bethlehem. You understand? But, yeah. Whilst we're on the pastor thing, I could deal with the next pastor, brother. Because, I would just say pastor them not spend no enough time in them Bible again. Big up to all that good pastor them when I do God's work, you know. You understand? But some pastor is not doing that. Them might do other things and other people. It's like say, you know, Anglican priest, Larius Lewis, 38 years old I think, was found dead at his official residence in September of last year. Investigation led to the arrest and charge of two youngsters, one 22-year-old and one 19-year-old, boys really, for his well, they apparently confessed to his killing, and they stated in court and in confessions that they met Pastor Lewis on a dating website called, I don't even know if Grindr, some Grind. I don't even know about it. You understand? Because the app there is not my type of app. We don't happen on the app there. So I even didn't know so what app name. So you understand? There's when me see it, me and say, yo, one place name so. So apparently it's a site where designed for men who are looking for other men who are looking for other men. The long and short of the story. So they said they met Pastor Lewis online and he invited them to his place of abode, his home. Whilst there, some altercation developed because the pastor was apparently showing more attention or affinity for one of the convicts than the other. An argument developed. They used one table for licking him in his head. He was knocked unconscious. They bounded his hands and feet with a fan cord and them tie up one plastic bag over his head. So he eventually regained consciousness, it seems, but then he died from suffocation because his hands were bound and he had one plastic bag over his face. He was also found in the nude. So, yeah. His cell phone and tablet and computer, laptop, and this car were also stolen. The car was found in Kingston fully scrapped a day or two after his body was found, and some things. Zane, so the two convicts, they pleaded guilty earlier in the year and they were sentenced last week to life imprisonment, both of them. They are. So these are the two youths. Let me go up on that side, because we can't see them like. So see them youth there. You understand? See, me can do a look at things. Boom, so. Yeah, no good as can see them look better, you know. Try that side of the street. Yes, so them youth here now. Tafari Wilson and Lloyd Thompson. Zane Tafari is Lloyd is also called Danjay. Both of them are from Roxborough District in Clarendon. They were sentenced to life in prison in the Clarendon Parish Court. Zane Thompson, who is 22 years old, must serve 21 years before he is eligible for parole, while 19-year-old Wilson will be eligible for parole after serving 19 years in prison. So the court had asked for a social inquiry report and a police antecedent report. The social inquiry report of both men disclosed that they were molested during their early years. It also disclosed that they felt rejected or abandoned. Now, according to one of the defense attorney, Tamara Lovelace, on the day in question, one of the men asserted that the priest was showing more attention to one than the other. Lovelace said the men arranged to meet face to face after initially making contact on Grindr. Apparently, what they had arranged for, the priest wanted more. And so things got out of control, which resulted in the death of the priest, she said. So the body of the priest, who was assigned to the St. Paul's Anglican Church in Chapelton, was found at his home 2 days after being reported missing. And the men confessed that they met Mr. Lewis via the internet and were invited to his house. After they arrived at the house, both accused and Lewis got into an argument when a piece of furniture, a table, was used to strike him over the head. You understand? Auntie. His hands and feet were bound with a fan cord, as I said, on a plastic bag placed over his head. They then stole one desktop computer. Oh, it wasn't a laptop. One tablet, one Samsung A10 smartphone from the house, and a 2018 Hyundai Dakar, which was reportedly found scrapped in Kingston the day after the incident. Yes, Rasta. I say I have been looking at some of the online media outlets, seeing where some of the articles have been posted, and I see people who are saying that, you know, them saying that them things there have to cover up, so I rob them, go rob the man, and them something there. The reports are that he was found naked. The reports are that he met the two boys on the gay website, the gay app. You understand? Only by little things. Because the pastor's father, the priest's father, gave some statement in court, and he's suffering from prostate cancer as well. So the whole of them life mash up because the priest was the breadwinner, all sort of something. You understand? They must say a long time, one whole heap of something, because the Gleaner, it was a Gleaner article. They went very deep. You understand? He was also even discussing his own sex life and one heap of something. So, you don't know. It don't look good. You understand? It don't look good, Rasta. You see me? I even didn't know some people in Jamaica use app like that. Big woman thing. I'm not telling a lie. I guess me naive, but me never know some app like that about the place. I not even didn't know some Jamaicans and all use dating apps. Like, I never know that was a thing in Jamaica. I think I just go road and say test read, and I just step across and make sure you know, you understand what time of day it is. You see me, I don't know say I need to book test read for a dating app. You understand? We just circle her on a level. If it work, it work. If it don't work, it don't work. She gonna work, me gonna work. That is it there, you know what I mean? But that's the thing there. Again, as far as I know as well, the Anglican Church allows pastors or rectors or priests to marry and have children, as far as I know. At 38, Mr. I don't think he had any children, and I don't think he was married. And it's not like celibacy is a thing within the Anglican church. I could be wrong. Somebody can correct me if me teach them plenty up there about. True, me don't know about them up there still. You understand? Me might be a fool, but me is old school. You understand me? I say, yeah man, we just walk over to a girl and remain cool. You understand? Because man grow somewhere, we not fool. You see it? Yeah. I will just contribute to where Hold on, let me check something. For the person who contributed just now, thanks so much for your contribution. I want to something I freeze up over here, sir. Butler, thanks so much. Really and truly appreciate it. Oh, I know what. I know as well. Yeah, peeps. So that go on. As me as a carry, I know some them things that about the place still. You see? I know some man there Jamaica use dating. I talk about heterosexual dating apps now. I know our females I use it. I know some them things they are going about. I need to find about this. Yeah, so the youth them are now life imprisonment, and it is interesting also to see that though they pleaded guilty, they were still sentenced to life. We have seen many guilty pleas where I just slap my wrist and pat my shoulder rule sentences. So it was interesting that even though they pleaded guilty, they were still given life sentences. Interesting. You understand? Very, very interesting. I did a video not so long ago titled Teach Priest Doesn't Get Married. In the Anglican Church, Empress Millie, Anglican Church in Jamaica. Because my grandmother used to go on rector never have a wife. Me I try to remember, you know, because I forgot church every Sunday when I tell my grandmother, you know. You understand? Rector never have a wife. Me I'm not sure it's a rector did have a wife, man. I don't think people in the Anglican church leaders are prevented from getting married. I could be wrong though. Sizzler fan, Anglican priests get married, Catholic doesn't. So I don't know something like that, man. Miss Bernadine Bowen, thank you so much. Because I'm almost sure it's a rector did have wife and then sitting there. I wonder if their sexuality had anything to do with the sentencing. Interesting question. I tell you, Empress Andrea. I don't know. I forgot to see the sentencing guidelines and stuff. And thing. I don't know. Sizzler fan, thanks for the contribution, Empress. Really and truly I appreciate it. Hope you are okay. And them something there. Carl said them get Anglican priests can get married. Negos and Carl, big up on yourself. Yeah man, I think I saw it go for true, man. Because I know my grandmother passed and married when I was a youth. You see me? And he live up at a rectory. No content with his wife. One big old house. Bigger than the church. And then me I said then you don't want a church with have more people in the house. Me always say that as a youth I grew up. So I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, that's the situation. The pastor them I don't even know, brother. And you see priest Lewis, the Anglican priest, he met these boys, these youths on social media. The pastor in Portland met the 13-year-old on social media. You understand? So you want to look like, as I said, the pastor, they must spend less time in the Bible. And them are go on, you know what I mean, live them best life by Instagram and them place they want to look like. You see me? So I don't know Rasta. Zane, the pastor who he along with his wife and the victim's mother has been arrested. Apparently the child went there to do schoolwork because apparently they probably have internet, you know, the online thing. And he locked her in a room, I think. I'm not even read the article on a level. Zane, and raped her. Let me see a story. So I say. Alright, so I could talk about the pastor thing a little bit more. Watch it. Cause see church thing is the next thing, you know. So St. James pastor accused of raping 15-year-old on the run. As we said, we did same arrest. But I can read the story. Come in here read it. So a pastor of an apostolic church in Granville, St. James, who has been accused of raping one of his 15-year-old congregants, is believed to be on the run after not turning up for worship on Sunday morning. So the teenager made a report to the Barnett Street police a week ago claiming that he raped her when she visited him. The youngster reported the matter to the police on the 28th of May and was later medically examined. Commanding officer for the St. James Police, Superintendent Vernon Ellis, has confirmed the incident, stating that the police visited the church and other locations a number of times since the report was made, but have been unable to locate the man of the cloth. We need to interview this was before he was arrested. We need to interview this man in relation to the allegations and would prefer if he were to turn himself to the Montego Bay Freeport Police Station. So listen to this now. In the last 7 years, a number of young Jamaican women have accused the pastors throughout the island of sexual abuse, with one of the youngest cases being a 12-year-old whose abuser, Kenneth Blake, a former pastor of Harvest Temple Apostolic Church, was charged in 2017. Another rape case came to national attention when a child in St. Elizabeth was sexually assaulted by Moravian pastor Rupert Clark in 2017. And although the apostolic pastor has not yet been charged or found guilty, former pastor of the Calvary Baptist Church and current director of Integral Mission of the Baptist World Alliance, Everton Jackson, has weighed in on the issue. Jackson blames what he says seem to be too many churches without a strong administrative structure that would hold pastors accountable. He also says many churches do not have a code of ethics. Then the Bible shouldn't be that. Essentially, I'm just saying, they become laws unto themselves, he lamented. Having counseled many women who have been sexually abused, Jackson said that rape changes a child's life forever and cause tremendous emotional damage. Children have trusting relationships with people in authority. They see their pastor as a father figure. So if this latest allegation is true, this pastor would have been guilty of exploiting the trust that she invested in him. So that was that. Same story. Another person has been charged in the rape case of a minor allegedly by Apostolic Church pastor Jason Rose, 39 years old. So the wife of the pastor surrendered to the Montego Freeport police and was charged with attempting to pervert the course of justice. She was also charged with a number of offenses under the Child Care and Protection Act. Her arrest follows the detention of the mother of the 15-year-old victim. Both women are accused of forcing the young victim, who was reportedly raped in March of this year, to withdraw her original statement to the police. So the mother of the child made an attempt to have her daughter, who was raped by the pastor allegedly, to withdraw her statement. No somebody else mother, you know. The child's mother. Also the pastor's wife. What a life. On May 28th, the 15-year-old reported that she was raped, as we said that already. The young woman was in the communal building using the internet to do her schoolwork. It is alleged that the pastor pushed her onto a bed and sexually assaulted her against her will. His wife reportedly returned from shopping and found the young woman naked. So the pastor surrendered to the police after eluding them for 4 days. 4 days. You understand? It is alleged that on June 10, the victim and her mother visited the office of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, intending to give a further statement to the police to say that the initial accusation of the rape was untrue. The child was interviewed by the police in the presence of a Child Protection and Family Service Agency representative. She reportedly explained that she was being forced to give the second statement by the accused pastor, her own mother, and the pastor's wife in order for the case to be dropped. The child was then taken to the St. James Family Court and later taken into state care for protection, said the police. I read that look while I'm here and then tired. The pitney mama. The pastor woman. But how way she love for her husband, sir? And love for her pastor. That she willing to tell a child to retract statement so her husband. A same thing she didn't do if it was for them pitney, you know. Like she and the pastor they have a youth, a daughter, and then do that, her son. I see him so she didn't tell it pitney to do the same thing. Child mother in a family. It's not our stepmother, you know. It's our grandmother and it's our mother. Yo. Probably the wife is not the first time she pull off one of them sons for her husband neither. Yes. Yes, Rasta George. Jamaica, I tell you. Maybe the mother sleep with the pastor too. All these things possible. You understand? Just said the judgment starting at the church still. Why? Church, why do you even know still? How can you, hearing that your daughter was raped, forcing your child now to withdraw her statement saying that she was raped? No. Me's a Jamaican to my core, true and true. Zane? And I have long said that I want a better Jamaica, not only for myself, but for my children and grandchildren. Zane, so much so that I have spent quite a few years of my life trying to aid the education sector and national development. You see, I deal me further with you. And I understand and appreciate the struggles that we face from a political, economic, social standpoint or standpoints. I understand that the economy is nowhere near where it could be or should be. I understand that the social ills that face us as a nation continue to cripple our growth and development. And crime is at a stage where it is really and truly untenable. I will never deny that the crime situation or even pretend that the crime situation is not a massive, massive issue in the country. Zane, and I am okay with Jamaicans at home or abroad expressing their views on the crime situation. Jamaicans, mark you, who are law-abiding Jamaican citizens who have been trying to contribute meaningfully to the improvement of said country. Talk as much as you want. You have the right to do so. You understand? Because you are trying to make a difference. What I will never appreciate, and what nobody can get me to appreciate, are Jamaicans who are part and parcel of the problem, contributors to the problem, making statements about the crime situation in Jamaica. See? Now, gentleman on screen, Dean Cook, was in the news for a couple of days last week as he was among 17 migrants, illegal migrants, held in the Pompano Beach area of Florida in the United States aboard a vessel that sailed from the Bahamas. I think 6 or 7 Jamaicans were on board. Yeah? And Mr. Sir, while being taken away by law enforcement official personnel, decided to speak with reporters who Pompano, and what I'm saying, yeah, that place there. And he stated that he left Jamaica because there's too many killings. Yes, there are too many killings taking place. Sure, I give him that. Absolutely, that needs to be fixed. He wants a better life, and there's no life in Jamaica. No one on there. I wonder my fire dry out, so I'm a lip. Yeah. Now, information has since emerged that has tied this man to a past life of crime. There are allegations which even suggest that he was a former Don or an alleged active Don, and I've even seen literature which alleges that he at some point in his life was a People's National Party enforcer, among other things. I think that article was published by Nationwide. Zane, Derek Irie, Blessings Family, is this the musical Derek Irie? No. As I said, Jamaicans are well within their rights to state that the crime situation is untenable. Absolutely. That things need to improve. Absolutely. Mr. Cook said that there is no life in Jamaica. Hundreds of thousands of people are living an okay life in this country. So when you said there is no life in Jamaica, I don't know what exactly you mean by that. You understand? Jamaica is far from the best place in the world. Read certain things, but then it is far from the worst place in the world. Read certain things. 53-year-old is no stranger to law enforcement authority. He was sentenced in November of 2000. Well, at one stage in November of 2000, having escaped custody, he was sentenced in absentia, means I'm never present, to 25 years in prison on charges of rape, shooting with intent, and illegal possession of firearm. He was also slapped with additional charges of escaping custody after he drove away a police car that he was being transported in to the circuit court while it was left unattended. I find that very strange. Why would you leave a car unattended with a man who has been charged for these things. Strangely. You understand? Because of his exploits, Cook was said to have wielded major influence in the Dunkirk community of East Kingston after his release from prison after an extended sentence. So some people, I said some only, but I have heard, and even before these articles became public, many people reached out and said, teach XYZ. I just chose not to address the matter at the time. See, and I know that many channels out there would have probably done videos sharing insights on the life of Boobie Skeng. Boobie Skeng. You understand? So I am certain that certain information is out there in the public. Now, for this man who has been charged, convicted of various, he was also arrested and questioned in relation to a murder, but was released because of insufficient evidence not so long ago and them something too. So this man is really and truly a part of the problem. And when I got open your mouth, brother man, and I talk about, yo, too many killings are going on in Jamaica, when possibly you would have contributed to some of the problems in the country before. Man, tapping eyes here, man. You understand me? I say? So many people jumped up, yes, the government shame you now. Andrew wanna shame now. World media and them something there. Wanna too quick sometime, man. Calm down, man. And as me say, sure, I like the problems facing the country. Sure, I like them every chance I get. But on every messenger, I want a message from brother. I just me that. Me don't speak for myself, you know. You understand? People are saying he's a good man now and him change and him this and him that and them something there. Just I say. So, I would have been okay with a law-abiding Jamaican citizen making that statement. You understand? That's all. And a lot of things that I have heard that this man may have been involved in weren't even mentioned in these articles, you know. You see me? So, yeah. Him say, him friend them a plan for, threaten for kill him. Him say police are threatening for kill him too. Him say me can't find him. Hold on. Him left out about a month now. Well, let me see. Let's see what this say. I know something in the article. Me hear him tell the youth them say him have to cut leave. Well, him have to cut because police want to kill him. And him friend them want to kill him. Then why your friend them want to kill him? Why my friend them want to kill me? Like, you understand? Why the police them want to kill him? Why him never said that? Me don't know. You see? So, yeah. Some man like me and I say teach. My friend, if you see the man on TV, I say them things, you know, because I grew up knowing this man, you know, brother. Me know them man, you know. Me come from X place and Y place, you know. Me know them man personally, you know. Me have a million different story can gain a teach. Which one you want? So, me don't know. You understand? Strange this feeling I'm feeling. You see me? And the truth of the matter is that anybody who have links, if you can go up on one of them boat there, if you left Jamaica, have questionable character and repute. That's all I have to say. If you have the links, if you can get on one of them boat there, you are not a model citizen either. That's the first thing. You understand? That's my view upon the matter. Him say him friend them want to kill him. He say police them want to kill him. Right now, he want to look like say someone safe for prison on that road. Because if you do the maths, I probably need to do a video about that. And if you do the maths, you realize say since the start of the year, 2 high-profile Jamaican former convicts have been shot and injured since their release from prison. Both men who were released early for whatever reasons. It would suggest that some man better have a prison arrest. It's safer for them. You see me? Because watch ya. And the youth them, that's what I probably need to do that video. The youth them need to understand, say, look here. You see the life of crime, it has so many different ways to get back to you. Cause watch it, mates. When you are involved in a life of crime, you can be killed any day. People feel you can die any day. You can go to prison any day. Even if you come out of prison, you would have made enemies before. Zane, maybe you used to run off the ends, but because you are in prison, and next man now fill the void there. So some of the man them go to prison and them still run them things from prison. But even though them run things from prison, when they come out the road, they have some youth now who grow up and fearless and decide say, them want to be the man. You understand? And them youth are cooler than enough of them all time gangster, brother. Them youth will murder a dog in your yard, you know. You understand what I say? And he push and he fall and everybody, you know, auntie, uncle, niece and nephew, you know. Them youth are busy with nobody, you know. Zane, you could end do something to a man, father or mother, and then sitting there, a man know say you and feel like saying justice not serve you in a problem. Zane, you could have come back and flex your muscle and try reimpose your authority, your dominance. Man not take no talk. You understand what I say? You could then come in and move in a man territory, man not take no talk. So the life of crime, your brother, it just not make no sense. You see me I say? Enough man who serve time in prison and come and road a dead man walking. And the truth is a fact. Because of the life where them did live before they got to prison. Some of the things that they do at prison are no rehabilitation never go on. Cause fine. So the rehabilitation thing probably need to improve in our penal system. But some man are interested in rehabilitation, brother. So the man then come out even worse than then go in because them spend them time at prison and craft up some things. So when they come back, them can't resist the urge and the temptation. And then the next part of it is that Jamaican society is not as mature yet where we are comfortable in providing or offering jobs to convicts. So what the youth them are going to do too. That is the next part of the problem too, you know. Because if the youth serve time at jail and come out and nobody don't want to give him a little hustle, then what will happen? That too, we can't recuse ourselves from some responsibility as a nation, that's an idea, you know. Because if the youth then come from prison, them they are prison for much years. Then can't just come out of prison tomorrow so and go dress up in a jacket and tie and get a job. Because them have a record now. But then there's nothing established for the youth them do when they come from prison. Some of the youth them never interested in rehabilitation. So what them are going to do? So, as a nation, we have to take some responsibility for that too. But enough of the youth them not interested in rehabilitation. Them not interested in trying to change them life. Zane, and them fall back deeper than what them did there before. You understand? For whatever reason. And the thing just keep on spiraling and spiraling. No. So Dawg was shot and injured last night. The details surrounding the incident still a bit sketchy. Reports are that some reporters say he was shot in the tavern area of St. Andrew. Some say Boobie. More people say Boobie than tavern. More sources. So still not certain as to what happened. I'm hearing that couple of males were shot and injured in the incident as well. His injuries are not life-threatening. Richie Poo was shot and injured. Couple people died in that incident. I think in January that happened. So these are two of the most high-profile convicts who have been released in recent times, and attempts have been made at their lives. Is it their past catching up on them, or is it they have been active since they came out, and we don't know. The police now have said that they also intend to interview Dawg in relation to a shooting that took place in Boobie recently. Linton is to be questioned by police investigators from the Criminal Investigations Bureau. He is to be interrogated about the recent shooting of a businessman in Boobie and the quantity of ammunition which was reportedly seized by the police. And Linton was released from prison only a few months ago after winning an appeal against his conviction. Yeah. The youths them need to understand say violence only breed violence, brother. Violence not breed peace, family. You understand? I don't know violence breathing peace. Violence begot violence. Begets violence. That's something. You understand? And the moment you're involved in a life of crime, you don't just walk in front of it saying, brother, some people eventually are able to, but some man can't do that, brother. And when I specifically speak about Dawg, we speak about it in general. And the truth is, some man, when them left road, them are the bad man and them do people things. See? And not because you lock off for a while means a man forget. And the youths them, when them leave it on the ends back, when them go to prison, them man they turn killer you know to you, brother. Cooler than some of my grandfather bad man them in a rasta. You see me? So the thing now stop. No, as I said, I don't know the story behind the incident. I sincerely hope that there will be no reprisals. You understand? The police them say them interested for having a conversation with Linton. Linton, whose mother said what they are my best boy. Them man they even kill mosquito. Them man the skin full of mosquito bite. Mosquito can't bite them man. Them man they not kill the mosquito. You understand? So me don't know. Me don't know. See? So Jaja, for the one thing I next about ya. So I guess Richie Poo is recovering and Dawg Pa is recovering. You see me I say? What will be Jaja? As I said, some man say for a prison answer, I just the truth. Feel me I say? Some man say for this. Some man just a wait for them come on road, brother. You see me? Yeah, man. So the youth them need to understand, so you see the violence thing, yeah, brother. It don't make no sense, my lad. You understand? You just dash through your life and then get involved in a certain things. Because it just like follow you and then not stop follow you. And some of the man them get so deep in the thing. And the only thing that them see and them can't make is nothing else. You see me? I never watched the interview with the Umbre, you know. I never watched the interview. I knew about the interview. I not even talk about the interview. I do no video because I never watch it. You understand what I say? And things. I don't know what he said, but I'm sure that he would have said that, you know, he was innocent and, you know, the system, you understand what I say? I hold you with them and he's happy to be free and he's a new man now and he's just looking forward to spend time with his family and his kids and he's turning a new leaf and you understand he want to put the past behind him and he's not involved in any gang and you understand he was being unfairly treated and them something. I'm certain those were the things that were said without even watching the thing. So, me no know. You understand? So, yeah. Then two brother. These two men are willing to go to the ends of the earth and beyond to have the case against them thrown out Dead house or prison yard in a badness business. So true. Zane? They are hell-bent on exhausting every means possible to them in the judicial system not to face a trial. So far, they have lost all their attempts at having the case thrown out. However, them buck up on a little loophole and them and them just jump on that. Watch that. The court has granted them leave to challenge a judge's decision to order trial. And before I go any further, let me say something. I have been strident in calling for justice to be served in this matter if these men are found guilty. I have spoken of my frustration at their attempts to stall and derail the judicial process with their tactics. See? And I have sat and I have reflected, and I am actually happy that they are trying to exhaust all options available to them. And let me tell you why. If they exhaust all these options available to them and still go trial and are found guilty, they have no way or means of getting any redress or recourse because they would have exhausted everything already. But no, it is frustrating and it is tedious and it looks like so them will get where. But if they exhaust all these avenues and are found guilty if the matter got trial, then there's no... You understand? Recourse. No. Me uno do the things that when I first place, Delroy. You understand? Poor people money and poor people money. Me always say that. But taxpayers money are taxpayers money. And not my money, brother. And make it even worse. The salary where you get from day one is a salary where you can live comfortable upon. You understand? It's not the man that like a regular classroom teacher in a family. Where you borrow money for live, you know. Fritz Pinocchio earns $700 and almost $50,000 a month in a family. As president of CMU, you know. You know how much months a regular classroom teacher for work to get that money there? How much money Ruel Reid did I make per month as senator, cabinet minister, and on secondment from JC? Plus, them have chauffeurs, close protection officers, gardeners, maids, people who brush them dog teeth, and all of them something, you know. Taxpayers are do them something, you know. And you have regular classroom teachers, you know, brother, where every month, when they get paid, they have to go service their loan for borrow some money for living next month, you know, brother. And I guess I'm not tell you that, you know. Or I make trouble with me, I tell you that something I know if you're fact in a family. And them money, I pull down millions of dollars per year, you know, bro. While some teachers barely work $2 million for the year, you know. And them money I make $2 million in a month, you know, brother. When you factor in all your allowances and all of them sitting, you know, traveling and this and that and whatnot and just, you know. Your brother when I had to run this is a man we call principal extortionist, you brother. And disrespect teachers day in day out, you know. Not necessarily disrespect, but belittle, you know. And discredit them, you know. He was the paragon of virtue. A man who was without sin. A man who was infallible. A deacon. A man of the highest repute and character, you know. But I digress. Let me wrap up this and go to my bed. And as I was saying, it is frustrating to sit and watch these things and these attempts at having the case disposed of even before it reached trial. But it is their entitlement as citizens in a democratic country to use the full remit of the law to have themselves not face trial. It is their right. As frustrating as it is. I know many people are still saying, yo, teach, you know, not now come out of this. But many people are saying, brother, they will never be arrested. Some people are saying arrested, they will never be charged. Some people are saying the matter will never see the light of day. But here we are. See? So they are trying their utmost to delay, divert, and other things. You understand? The latest thing being, so Reid and Pinnock granted leave to challenge judge's decision to order trial. Listen what the man then craft here. Let me show you. Come here and watch them, you know. From the beginning night thing, and all of the court wranglings and danglings, and all the little maneuverings and things, and so you them brother not easy, you know. Watch it right. The Supreme Court has granted leave to former Education Minister Ruel Reid and Caribbean Maritime University President Professor Fritz Pinnock to go to the Judicial Review Court in a bid to quash a ruling of Senior Parish Judge Chester Crooks in their fraud case. They are contending that the judge should not have ruled in an earlier matter because of a conflict of interest. Yeah, man, but we're not in a jurisdiction over the port, brother. You understand? We're not affiliated with the Vatican. That not nothing to do with education in Jamaica. So that not concern with why Pope do. You understand? Yeah. Crooks and Reid are both past students of Monroe College in St. Elizabeth. They're going to read that again because look at that's last. They, Reid and Pinnock, are contending that the judge should not have ruled in an earlier matter because of a conflict of interest. Crooks and Reid are both past students of Monroe College in St. Elizabeth. So the judge and Ruel Reid used to go Monroe. I think Pinnock used to go Monroe too. I don't even know. I think so. Possibly. Should. Let me say me correctly. Watch out now. Reid and Pinnock are now before the court in a multi-million-dollar fraud case. Crooks had heard a preliminary objection from their attorney, Hugh Wildman, that the trial should not take place because personnel from the Financial Investigations Division, FID, did not have the authority in law to arrest or bring charges against the accused. On February 4 this year, Crooks disagreed and ordered that the fraud case should go to trial. At the time, however, Crooks revealed that he would not try the case because there was a potential conflict of interest. Last month, Reid and Pinnock filed an application in the Supreme Court seeking leave to go to the Judicial Review Court to quash Crooks' ruling following the discovery that the judge is also a Monroe Pass student. In court documents, Crooks, who is named as a respondent, said while he did not openly state the exact potential conflict of interest, he considered that Reid was senior to him at Monroe and was the head boy at one point. Wildman and other attorney Indira Patmore had argued in chambers that when Reid appeared before Crooks, the former minister did not know of the connection. Justice Cornaday heard the application and granted leave. September 20 is now set for a first hearing, so a date can be set for a hearing in the Judicial Review Court. Wildman said his clients were happy with the outcome. I'm sure. I'm so surprised. Wildman said it was also a vindication of the position that they are on good grounds. No, Mr. Wildman, it is not. I don't think so. You understand? Which are we there? The judge is being represented by lawyers from the Attorney General's chambers. So, the long and short of the story is this. Them say the judge should not have ruled because the judge used to go Monroe. So if we stop every trial in this country, if we find out which school the judge go and which school the defendant or the accused go, then we're not going to trial about your brother. So because me and you guys same school means some business with your family. You know much man me go to school with them in a business with them. How are you, man? When you go to school, you everybody a friend. But George Palmer, watch your maths, bro. Watch your maths, you know. It's not like say Crooks rule say the matter enough to go to trial, you know. The man rule say if it go, you know. You understand? So if we stop and check every lawyer, no, every judge, and which school they go, and every school where the accused and the complainant and the victim and the suspect, then no court now go keep, brother. So the man never find every single technicality where can be found to frustrate the process, in brother. It is interesting to sit and watch how they maneuver. It is very interesting to sit and watch them. Hey man, they not gonna court, brother. Hey man, they not gonna court. You understand what I said? And every single time they go to court, it is on some technicality. First, they must say the FID personnel don't have arresting powers and should not have arrested them. Court dash with that. Then go on next place. Court dash. Then go on next place. So they have now been granted leave to go to the Judicial Review Court because the judge who said the matter for go to court, he used to go Monroe like Ruel Reid. But I don't know if we really understand what going on. The Judicial Review Court is going to dash out them application. Remember me tell you that from where I sit. Zine, so as I said before, I was somebody who was very, very vocal saying that the man them Anansi Yasa and I try, but make them do them thing, man. You understand? So if they are ever found guilty, if the matter ever go court and they are found guilty, them can't say nothing because them try every tricks and trade in a matches box already. That's what money will do. Laugh out loud. That G. Big brother, we are dealing with youth. It's always good to see you, sir. You understand? Yes, Rasta Judge. Interesting times ahead. Interesting times ahead. Let's see what the judicial review process will be, and then let's see what happens. You understand? I suppose the judicial review thing is it's something that can go anywhere still, I guess. You understand? But I don't know if there's anybody inside here with enough law knowledge to speak on the matter, saying that because the judge used to go Monroe, there was a conflict of interest. So if we find judges all the time when I go to school with the next man, I never live in the same parish or in the same country, they don't quote our kick, brother. And that me I say. Say if you do foolishness and go to court, go see your schoolmate, then not for your business that as judge. Then make sure say the evidence is weak. We can't convict you, say no problem. You understand? And people, the judge never rule, say they don't forget trial, and the man said they forgot trial, but they ain't got a manual here, and the man said trial for you. Yo, the man them a use every single trick possible. I told me can't listen off right up on my head all of the things that when the man then go to court go try get the thing to thrown out from. You understand what I say? The man them draw for the income ruling, the man them draw for this, the man them draw for that. A bag of things the man them draw for. At time them a bias Andrea. Yeah man, me know man. And me know see Rosie a kiss her teeth because she frustrated. I saw me did feel one time Rosie, but as me I say watch her. It is their constitutional rights. But then do them thing, man. You understand? They do them thing. Make we see her go. Make we see her go. That's clutching at straw. Well, that is what Jounding men do. So, you wild man say the man then up on strong ground, brother. You see me I say? So, make we see how strong the ground is now. The judge should have recused himself if there was that known conflict. Okay. So, Sir James, blessings family. No. Because Sir James, me and you go school. See? Does it automatically mean, say, me business with your family? Me I do my job. My job is my job. So, it's like, me I sell somewhere you come in, but me not sell you because me and you used to go to school. Me know you have to say that different in a teacher, and yes it is different, but what does I say? So me I run a car mart and you come to buy a car over there, but me not bother sell you because me and you used to go to school. Then how for do business if you can't do something because me and you used to go to school? Me I sell land, but you come to buy it and me not sell it because we used to go to school. A foolish is not in my eyes, brother. Honestly speaking. We can't find judge for every different school, bro. So you... What be they do? You understand? But the man them have money for pay lawyer still. Me not lie to you. Wild man, bank book must get wild. But Sir James, very valid point, you know, and I don't want you to feel like me not understand exactly what you're saying. I totally, wholeheartedly do, you know. But me just be, you know what I mean, the devil's advocate look a bit. You understand? So you're saying the judge should have recused himself from the matter. So is that you suggesting, Sir James, that there is a chance that the matter will be thrown out by the judicial review court because of said potential conflict of interest? Where Sir James gone? Sir James, come back here. Start with talking. But as I say, it is interesting to watch a chess game. It's a weak attempt, but it is better to remove all doubt. Interesting. Yeah. Blessings, Barrington McIntosh. So, yes, I believe the case might be thrown out. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah? Okay. Alright, we see what September will, Sir James. And I think it's the first time I'm seeing you on here. Well, in the comments anyways, if you're here for the first time, well forward. I will go out on a limb and suggest that you are an attorney at law. I could be wrong. I know you're probably not going to want to say it still, but alright. And if so, there's another attorney at law who is commenting, you know, but I'm not load up the man thing. You understand? No more. I mean, people know people do still, but I could see what I go on. So Sir James said he believe the case might be thrown out. As with any case, I got to the judicial review committee, and I make we see it go. I'm certain they felt that they would have not been here as the suit that they filed against the FID, they would have won. I am certain they felt that the Court of Appeals would have ruled in their favor. Didn't happen. So, make we see. And I think this is weaker though, Sir James. This is a weaker attempt than the FID attempt. What do you think? Are they stronger than the FID? I remember we don't go to law school and we just, it's a layman knowledge we are fighting, you know, we don't know a law like that. We are learning a little bit still. And even so, they would have to show the basis, wouldn't they? Only in certain circumstances, such as surgeons not being able to do emergency operations on a relative. Not a lawyer, layman as well. You seem very versed in the thing. So let me ask you, Sir James, do you think this is a stronger attempt than the FID attempt? Answer that, and then what's the number to call? We're not taking any calls, sir. Yeah, sir. Blessings. Well, not tonight anyways. Alright, peeps. So that is that. We are watch and see. I find this very intriguing on many different levels, you know. The learned justices will throw that appeal. Make we see it and think. Justice for the poor. Well, I know there's the poor and taxpayers. Yeah, rich people pay tax too, so that is that. Life's a waste because they haven't denied their no, Samba, there's no point in time did they say they were innocent. I have been watching the case and yes, I agree. This is a stronger attempt with grounds. Yeah? Interesting. Finar, how you see it? Exactly, they have to show grounds of conflict of interest. Black G, how you see it? Him shouldn't hire KD night. Shouldn't or should? I don't know. Auntie. Interesting, Sir James. Sir James said this is stronger than the FID situation. Why? Me don't know still. All that know how go on. Me can't see the judge used to go Monroe having anything to do with the ruling when the judge makes say you forgot a trial. Me find that to be very farcical at best, but that's just me. The man, them have money for blow. Well, I wonder where they get it from. But them been at work long time. A big man them still. I couldn't tell you. Peace. I just say I cut it tonight and I don't talk. You understand? I get myself back in our streaming vibes. You see me? And I just don't want to talk about them few little things and them something. If after high school they were in contact, then Reid has a point. But if they were not friends and not in contact, I find it difficult to support Reid's position. Interesting. I am going to try and find some conflict of interest cases and do some research. Yeah. My two favorite charges. As the world turns. Judge, I would not easy, you know. I miss it once, I didn't miss it, but sometimes I said I was going to stream, and then by the time I wind up, I just felt, you know what I mean, law in Jamaica mean lame and wicked. Yeah, Danny, what you say? Then you want like man them over GP and Spanish Town and Tamarind Farm and Richmond and them place there. And then law make them reach there so. Me no know. All like thousands of man them will serve time in a prison on their road and now and dancing. Then the law make them reach there. I mean, I don't know neither still. I say the law not perfect and it not always work, but it do some things. Tariq, me don't know the man them get money from Spencer. Don't mix me up. You understand what I say? Peace, big up on yourself. Interview premiere on Tuesday. Seeing and thing, the man, I'm a family man, working for my children. Everton Blender, big up yourself in a Godfather, you know what thing go. And yeah, so that is Tuesday. We not keep a secret about it. You understand? That interview was done about 2.5 months ago and it's just a reach out. You know what thing go. Work and thing, and we give thanks. You see me? Big up to all of the people them who have reached out asking for information for Miss Ramjeet. A free Ramjeet and their mother Alicia Reynolds. They still need help. They still need a lot of stuff. So if you are able to assist in any way, I am sure they would be appreciative. There's another case where this child has some issue with their eye. That information came to me a few weeks ago, but because I didn't stream, I'm not even remember if I sort it out. And things. So I know that you have been seeing it on social media. I don't remember the child's name nor the condition, but it has been on social media. Zane and the mother has been trying to get help and thing. I think a cake sale was planned. I don't know if it gone already. There's a GoFundMe campaign going on as well. I mean, there's a lot of people seeking help and a lot of people having challenges, and you can't help everybody. Zane, but help who you can help. You understand? Because I just saw a thing, you know. You see me, I say, if you're in a position to assist, then feel free. As I said, people have reached out, people have been asking for contact information. I know also that you may struggle to get through to either a friend or a mother sometimes, but just keep trying and I suppose they will call you back. There's a case here in the US where a judge recognized a convict schoolmate while handing down the sentence and the case was upheld. Wow, okay. Linval Green, thanks for being a true leader and giving back with your staff teacher. I like it was a great initiative. Blessing in a sir, Linval. You understand? You know what thing go? Yeah, bro. Zane, we just try. I mean, enough things we do now we don't really document or say we do it. I just felt a need to kind of, show this because I know that in showing it, many persons would also, be interested in helping. You understand? I know the story was first shared on TVG, but the truth is that and everybody will watch Teach Them watch TVG and vice versa. So TVG read some people, Teach Them read some people, some other people read some people. The more people who are reached, the more help the youths them can get. I'm going to want to say to all of the media outlets them, whether it is TVG, CVM, the Star, the Observer, the Gleaner, when you find people who are struggling and want help, people cannot help them if you guys do not share the contact information. Am I to believe that failure on your path to do this time after time is because you don't want nobody else to have the story? Look, you don't share the story already. You understand me? I say, so what if all the people that might get help if people can't reach to them? You know how difficult it was to get in touch with Miss Alicia Reynolds? Scotty have to call one teacher up at Glengoff High School, the guidance counselor. Me have to dig down Instagram, find a friend's Instagram page. It was a letter that was written by her mother. Me have to go through the letter and find one number and then we call them for days and we call round some, we call down some, we call up so. If you are seeking help for somebody, all you need to do is to share the contact information. It's like when I do an interview, I ask every artist to tell people how they can get in touch with them. Because I want people to get in touch with them. The artist is them is not my property. People want to get in touch, them is people's artists. Selector want to get dub plate, them don't know if you reach to the artist. Them share your number, tell people them can find you. What kind of secret do you keep around here, sir? Say if a man watch a teacher interview, I want to interview the artist, I want the number. The number is there if a man want dub plate. I don't know what the big thing. Like, I find it very, very frustrating. If you know, the brother, the youth down a Rock River where make the cars them. Me move stones and rocks and trees for get a number for the youth, for try get a number for the youth, brother. You understand what I say? Me number that go down the car, the process was just too tedious to find just a number, bro. If you highlight the story and the youth can get some help or the person can get some help and somebody else with a platform highlight the story to feed them viewers. Because not everybody who watch teach them watch TVG, brother. And not everybody who watch TVG watch teach them. So if everybody can get in touch or willing to help, then it more help that. Big up Kirk Reid for covering the story and you know he has stuck with the family trying to assist them further. Big up yourself, youth. You understand? TVG, you don't fix up on yourself, man, and glean or observe on them place. So when people want help and people want help them and can't find them, how them and get help? That makes sense? You better not nobody do your story then if people can't find them and one alone can't find them. I want a man. Yeah, I have to cuss about that a little bit. It annoying, man. You know much time I see things in a mainstream media where me have a little thing can share, me can do a little thing this and me can make 2 links this and we can't get in touch with the people them. Because a secret I keep around here with the number them. I want to do better, man. I want to done get the story already. So what happened? I don't like nobody go first and forget the story, brother. People just want help. How we are going to help if we can't find the people then? Then when you do the story find at the first place. Okay, fine. Forget views too. Brother, people out there genuinely want help. When I share the people them contact information when people can't find them. I help when I want the people them I don't want to help them. Because me I wonder now. You highlight a story where people are going to reach out and want help and people can't find the people them for help. Then that don't make no sense. Then me know people reach out to TVG and try to get information from and nobody can get the information. Wanna go here, man? Sure. But big up on yourself for share a story first still. Give thanks. We find them eventually, but come on, man. Somebody wants to help and them have to go dig down heaven and earth for help. Somebody who live overseas, them just want to call the mother and say, alright, give me an info and go Western Union X time. By the time they grow in the world, forget the number of people, them different, but them tired, everybody want to take up the money. You will then tired. No, for the better, man. For no while the people, them want to share the people them information. People can't help people without knowing what they're there. Or knowing what they want. Peace, big up on yourself. Being soon on Tuesday. You understand? And then we are stream again. Hopefully. We try. We are stream again. Appreciate the continued support. You understand? Me did miss the ones them. You understand? But sometimes we just have to do what we have to do. You understand? Your mental health is important and you need to guard that with everything when you have. Your peace is important. You need to guard that, and when you feel like it is being trodden upon, you need to step back and push for some people from it and then sit there and lock it off and then things. You have to just do what you have to do to stay sane in these very, very strange times. You understand? And thing. Peace, big up on yourself, give thanks. I appreciate the ones. And if you're here for the first time, we'll forward to the thing. We appreciate the support. For the people that were there every day, big up on yourself. For the people that watch all of the video them, big up on yourself. For the people that share the video them, big up on yourself. For the people that subscribe, big up on yourself. For the people that unsubscribe, big up on yourself. I don't want to go here and unsubscribe. For the people that dislike the video them, like somebody just do that, big up on yourself, see me. I don't know why I want to keep disliking the videos. You understand? If you come here for dislike the video, don't bother come here. Then when you come here for just to dislike the video, you understand? I kind of have an idea what somebody dislike thing goes, but we don't want to get another. This bigger than I know, brother. It don't make no sense. We don't have about time on our waste, faith on our waste. Disliking the video serve no purpose. You understand? You better you know watch it. You see me I say? Yeah, man. This bigger, you don't wait too late for start do that, brother. You see me? Images, good night, beautiful. If that is your actual picture, first I'm seeing the comment. Really and truly appreciate it. So heart of love to the people them, to the soldiers them, to the lions them, to the lionesses them, to the queens, to the empresses. I want to big up on yourself. Jamaicans, the thing are relax, but you can't drop your guard, brother, and get complacent. The thing can change overnight. You have to be wise. You understand? Mr. Prime Minister, if you announce a local government election, there will be war. You understand what I say? There shall be war. We don't want an election, brother. You know so election do round here what day. You understand what I say? Extraordinary time call for extraordinary measure. Make people go and serve with them, man. You understand? Because then you change and it don't make no difference neither. Sometimes you swap black dog for monkey. Low the election business family. First thing the money they want to spend on local government election and now we don't need to build out the telecommunication infrastructure some more. We don't need to improve resources in schools. We don't need to buy more beds and ventilators for the hospital. We don't need to build some new hospital. We don't need, look here man, on a low election thing, brother. You understand what I say? Right now, that can't stay for the time being. Local government election, we don't know the council. Who about them know them council? Where council them do about them, run of them place, run of them part there. You don't know them? What their name? Peeps, good night. Big up on yourself. Tuesday, 7:30. Make it a date and don't be late. You know the thing go. Don't look for it. Get book for it. Tony, what go on? You know my mind run upon you since there. Now yesterday too. But we chat. I'm glad to see you. You know me love you. You understand? Yeah man. Simple sin. Hot girl sin there. Not too load up with things still, but hot people are hot people. You understand? Yeah man. Rosie, peeps, you know go buy some people that do the ear thing on the Rosie sell ear. Rosie, where's store name again? She sell ear and then sitting there and some things. You understand? The man then can buy some ear for them girl if them girl like in that. Or them like that. For them girl. You understand? And thing. This, I don't know what this there. See, I need to big up some more business, but next week I start big up some business. As I said, for the people that I'm here who operate businesses, especially in Jamaica, you know, small businesses, big businesses, I am very willing to give your business a shout out free of cost. It's just me saying thank you for your support, because if it wasn't you, then my business will not grow, so me can help your business grow too. You understand what I say? So, big up to some business. Me talk about it later. So, One Plus Courier JA, that are my shipping place. You understand? Most chopping block. Them people that sell the best meat in the world and then deliver. Any meat you want, they have it. Except donkey meat and crocodile and this. They don't do them sitting. But the regular meat, them they have them something there. DS Electronics Unlimited. You understand? Rosy luxury here that come. They nice here and then sitting. And all like business them. You know. Let me know them so we can shout them out as we go by. You understand what I say? Peeps, big up on yourself. We're gone. Walk good. Step with ya. Safe travel upon the gravel. Soon. No dark meat. They don't sell that neither. You understand what I say? Me gone. Look more.
Thank you for tuning in. Like the stream before you go. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Remember to share the stream with your family and friends, and browse the channel for more amazing content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them, right here. Warlord representing.